Hello everybody, my name is Heidi Henderson and I am a office support assistant at Gale Woods Farm, and a number of years ago I fell in love with lard. And lard, if you know, comes from the back fat of the pig. We also have leaf lard that comes from the kidneys of the pig. So what I'm doing here is taking the ground lard that we got from the butcher. It's best to work with ground versus just the slabs of fat that they cut from the animal, because it's going to be more easily renderable, if that makes any sense. So I'm cutting it into big chunks. Some tutorials will tell you that you need to cut it into 1-inch cubes. I found over the years that that's not necessary. You can just chunk it up, because as it simmers on the stovetop, it will actually start to break down fairly easily. It's a greasy product, so you want to just use care in handling a sharp knife, and you're going to find that you get it really all over everything. So yeah, and once you have it all chopped up, we'll move on to the next step. And so we do sell the product, the ground lard, here at the farm. Typically they're 5-pound bags, which will give you about 5 pints worth of rendered lard to use at your discretion. So here it is, looking like big chunks of fat and cartilage, and you'll notice that the burner is set on very low heat, which is crucial for this process. Lard is melting down, creating liquid, and so I am just breaking up the larger pieces that had originally been cut into smaller chunks to just kind of speed up that process. And I will just kind of continue doing this, and it will continue doing its thing on the stovetop, but this is just the next step. So at this point, the cracklings, or the particles of flesh and cartilage, have all started to sink to the bottom, releasing the moisture, which is collecting as a liquid at the surface of the pot. And so at this point, and you can start this process as soon as the liquid begins to form, and you're looking for kind of a clear, almost white liquid, and that will go into a strainer that has a filter of cheesecloth, and you're just going to continue to filter into your measuring cup all of that. And it's okay if you catch a little of the particles, because those are getting just strained into caught in the filter. And then once you've gotten it to a point where you can no longer collect liquid, you're going to put it back on the burner and continue to simmer until the particles have released even more liquid for you to then put into your jars. So you have your liquid gold, if you will, in your jar that's been filtered, and then from there you can just pour it into here, or any container. You can also use a loaf pan and freeze it, and then cut it up into increments of half-cup measurements for baking at a later time. But this is what you're going to do. Tighten it up, and as it cools, it will start to solidify and turn opaque completely in the creamy, beautiful white. And then once completely cooled, you can put it in the refrigerator, and there it will last for up to a year. You can also freeze it as I mentioned before. So there you go. Enjoy.